And yeah, that was the second time I got crabs.
Only the second, huh?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, how we doing today? Welcome into the channel. My name is Mitty80,
Chief Rexy.
and yeah, welcome in if you're new. Welcome back. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Are you taking your phone off?
We're not gonna have the
Look at that. Look at that.
mishap.
Professionalism. We learned.
Because I think we did it. I think it's twice now.
Yeah. So it's happened a couple times. It's all right. So yeah, welcome in everybody to episode 7. Wow.
Jeez, we were just on a roll.
Ooh, episode 7, huh? I think.
Think about retirement.
Yeah, we're really making those earnings enough to really,
Yeah.
set us back.
Yeah, when do those checks just come in? Do they just whenever?
Yeah,
or
I don't
just
know.
make it out to the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if we've hit that point to make enough of an impact to
Just a check that comes in.
yeah,
280H dads.
yeah.
Online.
We're gonna get that internet money one of these days.
Yeah.
It's it's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
It's a check. But yeah, guys. So no, if you guys haven't been here before, again, welcome in. We've got some episodes over on YouTube and Spotify. Working on getting that in an Apple podcast. I know I've said that now for the last 6 weeks, but we're working on it. All right, it's gonna happen. I'll be up there. I promise.
It's about as close to happening as his wife is to finishing that
I'll bet
diorama.
$100. $100. I get on Apple Podcast before she finishes that diorama. I'll even give her a head start.
She has a head start. She has a head start.
I know, but we have, when they say we're the ones who have focus issues and
right.
stuff, right?
Unreal.
Yeah, man. So what's been going on? How you been? Life good?
Been good. We I think last time we were talking, kid had strep throat.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got strep throat again, so that was
Beautiful.
fun. Daughter did not. Nobody else did, so that was good. But yeah, no. Other than that, I mean, just school. I think
Nice.
we're ending. February. We got spring break coming up. I mean, I'm not off, but my wife will be home.
Nice. Yep.
So
Same.
yeah. Yeah, you get it. You understand.
Yeah, dude. It's just tough, man. I'll tell you.
You're like it's like what's the date? October? No concept of time.
No.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, no. We didn't do too much of nothing. Really, this last. Oh, we went to the Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah.
If you ever been there, they had that one down by the Mall of America.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually been open for a while. It has, and I just never thought about going. But so Brienne, my wife, had this whole thing like, oh, let's do it. And her I think her sister planned most of it, and she was on board to do it. And so that was the other day. So we went Friday afternoon and stayed, half the day Saturday. And it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was cool. They got this cool little wizard thing. Ollie got to run around, and he's been watching me play Harry Potter, so he was like, Revelio, Avada Kedavra.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what I've been doing, is playing Harry Potter.
Nice, dude.
Excessively. I know.
I'm upset. I'm
You
so
got some
upset.
pretty-
There's a glitch in the game for one of the missions. It's follow the butterflies, if you don't know. And you talk to her, and she's like, oh, go follow the butterflies, see where they lead. Well, if you happen to stumble upon a different set of butterflies and you complete it, because there's 15 butterflies in the world, including the one in the mission.
Mm-hmm.
So she gives you a specific one you have to go to that's only available while the mission is active. Well, I stumbled upon a different one. It was like, oh, hey, cool, look at that. I followed the butterflies, and then it popped up. It was like, oh, we'll go turn in the quest. I was like, sweet. So I'm a completionist, for those who don't know. I am literally 99.999% done with the game. I have one collectible to get, which I cannot get because I got the wrong butterfly for the quest.
I was live with him when he did this, and I was just prepared to congratulate him and everything.
On this platinum, I was like, 60 hours.
I had never been so close to seeing a grown man cry
for
a video game.
I was so upset. I legitimately just felt my heart just sink down to my stomach. Literally, I was like,
60 hours.
I can't get it. And I'm Googling, I'm online, did they fix it?
We tried
patch?
resetting.
Did it do this? I was, oh man. So yeah, 60 hours. So I have a new character going.
Oh god.
Luckily, I like the game enough to where I'm okay kind of running through it again. And especially since I've seen everything in the story and stuff, nothing really changes minus your decisions might affect a little stuff here and there, but ultimately you can't miss any trophies.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of glitches and bugs.
Except one.
Yeah, right. So I have.
So he still hasn't platinum it.
Another character. No, I just about finished. I have 2 main story missions left, and I'm only 9 hours into that one. So yeah. So we're running. It's about 70 hours I put in this game.
I mean,
to get a platinum.
You were just so devastated,
dude. I legitimately.
But I said, because remember, like, you did the same thing with Pokemon, where like you did nothing for the story, and then just dicked around the whole time. Where you
every
finally
Pokemon.
Started going to trainers. You're at like level 90.
Yeah, I'm going to
trainers.
The gym battles. I'm like, oh, this is...
I'm like, dude, why didn't you just do the story? You're like, I didn't want to. And I'm like, okay. Did the same thing in this game and like, caught the glitch.
You can't give me an open world game.
I know you can't give anybody that.
But you can't give me an open world and be like, hey, choose your own path. You can go fight any gym leader you want, in whatever order you want. Whenever you want to.
Yes, whenever
and you have access to every Pokemon in the game. Well, if I have access to every Pokemon in the game, why do I need to battle the gym leaders?
Dude.
Right? But that's the difference between like, so when I was a kid, right? When we were kids playing Pokemon, you didn't get legendary Pokemon until you beat the Elite Four. Like you had to beat gym leaders, you had to beat the gym leaders to learn the HMs to be like, oh, I can surf to the the power plant now to get Zapdos.
So like directed, right? Like you couldn't, even if you stumbled across like the bushes and stuff that you could go to cut, you had to cut or whatever. Like you knew that like you cannot get around this, and so you had to go beat, if we're talking the originals, you had to beat Surge, get cut, and you had to go all the way back to Palatine just to get to that one bush and be like, all right, cool. And here you can just jump over shit.
But not only that, it's like you figure out the little puzzle where you touch all the runes or pull all the swords out, right? And you get the legendary Pokemon. I swear, like I was saying, you had to go and beat 5 of the gym leaders to learn the right HMs to make sure.
Hold on.
Oh.
This is exactly what parents have to deal with.
Hang on.
Just heard a thud and then scream crying.
Was that Arya?
Pretty sure it was Jackson. Huh. Weird.
Huh.
That was like pretty apparent.
Oh yeah. No, I heard the crying.
Like, sorry. Anyway, back to...
But no. So what I was saying is like you had to beat 5 of the gym leaders before you could even look at a legendary Pokemon. That's where in this one, if you just roamed around enough.
Oh yeah.
Once you got the first, all you had to get was the thing for like jump, and you could jump around or you could climb. You could beat the Titans. If you beat the 5 Titans, you can literally get all the legendary Pokemon. So I don't know. For me, it's like I said, it's like you dangle a carrot in my face. I'm gonna get the carrot.
But like you just continued to do. You did the same thing, and I'm like. And I did the same thing too, but I would like progress a little bit, do a story, progress just a little bit, do a story, and you're like, I'm not touching the story.
No, and then I was just bored. I was like, I don't want to do the stupid story, right? And that's what I did with Hogwarts too. I explored everything on my first playthrough, and then I was just like, I just don't want to do the story. Like that's boring to me. I'd rather go do 14 more Merlin trials to get that trophy, and. But now I can't track my progress with trophies. I got to track my progress with the book in the game. Yeah. Because I've gotten every trophy except for get all the collectibles because...
I would say you haven't gotten every trophy.
Yeah, And then the platinum trophy because you have to get all the trophies to get the platinum trophy. So, geez Louise, man. It sounds like...
reach.
It's like a wrestling match or something going on up there.
I did beat that. I did get those keys. I finally got all those keys.
Oh, did you?
I got the sick robe.
Dude, that robe is so cool, though. That's awesome. That's so cool, man. Dude. Oh man, but yeah, it's
that's
just
what we've been doing.
And I don't know. That's not the first time I found a glitch in a game either where I can't get the trophy. Where something happened. It was No Man's Sky.
Yes.
I was super big into No Man's Sky. And that's just a game like I chose to have this many hours in, right? I have 150 hours in because I was like, I'm gonna explore space and every planet.
Like Hogwarts, at least they kept you in like on the ground.
Like this is your map.
You can explore.
Galaxies and literally and warp drive to this galaxy.
Well, the fact that
galaxy.
It generates, it generates itself. It's a game you'll never beat.
I don't think you could ever truly.
No, you'd never.
It's just when you just go and you're like.
It's impossible to get to everywhere.
Yeah, you have your paradise planets and your toxic planets and your hot planets and your cold planets and that was a fun game.
The ones with weird bubbles that would go everywhere.
Yep, and then the one with zero gravity planets where you jump and you're just like. I ain't coming down.
Yeah,
and you come down.
Off, and that's fun.
But that game had another glitch in it to where again I should have a platinum trophy in that game, and this one I don't understand. So you get trophies respectively, like bronze, silver, gold for meet 10 aliens, meet 50 aliens, meet 100 aliens, right? Respectively, bronze, silver, gold. I met the 10 aliens, got the bronze trophy. I met 100 aliens and I got the gold trophy. You're telling me I didn't meet 50 aliens somewhere? I didn't meet 50 different beings? I don't have the silver trophy. That's the one I'm missing. And I was looking online, and apparently that's an issue too. And people were like, oh yeah, to fix it, I had to just keep restarting the game. And I eventually got it on my 3rd or 4th try of like a new character. I was like, do I really want to go and keep making a new character to meet? Because then you got to unlock the hyperdrive. I mean, you're looking at like a 3 hours of investment just to be able to fly around to meet. Yeah. So that's another trophy that's we'll eventually get. I think I'm gonna try again eventually, but not anytime soon. You know, we'll maybe pop it in and see if the glitch is fixed or something and try it. But yeah, no, that's my life, my frustrating life. God, first world problems. Am I right?
Right.
Jesus.
But no, man, we've been. What else we've been doing? We've been kind of.
I mean, really nothing.
We got a huge blizzard. So
jeez.
I think it was probably
oh my God.
2 feet of snow. I think it was.
It was ridiculous.
Well, where I live, the final numbers, I think it was like 27 inches.
I don't know what the final number is, but all I know is.
So we went sledding.
Yeah, the video was so funny. His daughter, when she fall off the sled, she's like, oops, and the sled just keeps sliding down the hill.
She totally spun. She didn't want to be there in the first place. I got her to go down once, and then she was just crying the whole time. So we do the second time, and she just doesn't know. She doesn't steer anything. She just like rides it, and like she's just sitting there, and then it just like slowly spun out, and then tipped over. And she just face planted in the snow.
Rolled down.
And
Like, oh,
the sled just keeps going, and then my son, to the rescue, he goes, "Hey, Aria, I'll get it," and he just throws his sled down the hill, and I'm like, Jackson. Throwing your sled down the hill at the other sled is not going to bring both sleds back. Now we got to all walk over there. And he's like, whatever. And then he just ran. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Dude, yeah, no. So we got hit. And so in that blizzard that we had too, it was, you check out the map, right? So the map of Minnesota and everything where it got hit. It was like yellow out here. And it's like, okay, yellow around this area. And then it's red, which is a little more severe. And then the worst of it is purple. The purple line went literally like across our house. And we were like, oh, perfect. Mm-hmm. Like, great. Like, probably right into your area, too.
Well,
it was like,
boom. It was only probably 10 miles, so yeah.
Yeah, we're about 10 miles apart. So, yeah, the purple line went right through, like, the middle of where we are, right to, where you are. And so, I wake up the next day, because I was going to shovel for my wife. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll shovel in the morning.
This is a good husband you
because, are. Well, and then not only that, but, like, we're supposed to get the most of it overnight. So, I was like, even if I went out and shoveled now, you'd still wake up and there'd still be 10, 12 inches to shovel in the morning, right? Because we haven't got a snowblower yet. And so I'm just like, all right.
Still being...
All right, cool, yeah. But, so then we're sitting there, and I wake up, because my wife wakes up, and goes outside, and I hear her, and whenever she walks out of the room, the dogs whine and everything like that, and the baby's awake and all that stuff, so, because Mavis was sleeping with us because she was sick. But, so I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm going to go use the restroom, I'm going to see where she's at shoveling, I'm going to go help her, whatever. So I'm using the bathroom, and in our bathroom, there's like a little window that faces the street, and I look out, and I just start laughing. And I'm like, oh, geez, right? So Ollie comes out of his room, and I'm like, dude, your mom is... He's like, what's funny, Dad? I'm like, your mom's ridiculous. And he's just like, why, Dad? What'd she do this time? I was like, she thinks that she's going to get to work, and they haven't even plowed the streets yet. Oh. And I'm just like, this is at 7 in the morning. Yeah. And I'm like, it's supposed to snow until 2. They aren't going to come through and plow now because they're going to have to come back through and hit it again, right? And so I go out there to see how far she's been, because she'd been out there for a good 20 minutes now or so. And I mean, she's like not even halfway down the driveway. And our driveway is obviously downhill. So like, and it's level snow, right? So like the further you go, the deeper it gets, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I open the door and I just start laughing at her. She's like, what's so funny? And I'm just like, you really think like you're going to be able to get to work right now? Because she has a 45-minute drive. And I just thought it was funny. And she's like, it's not even that bad. It's only to my knees right here. You're not even, all the way down. Wait till you get to the bottom. So yeah,
your shoulders.
So Ollie wanted to help, so he gets dressed and he goes out there and with his little shovel and he's shoveling a little bit, and eventually hits a point where he's done. So he just walks over to like the side where she's just shoveling snow on the side, and just walks over and just falls back into it, like straight back into the bank. So he's almost standing up because it's that tall. Yeah. And he just starts like snow angeling, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? And then he gets up, right? Gets up, and I'm guessing his jacket must have came up and his pants came down a little when he dropped, and so he got snow on his back, and he's like, okay, I'm done. old man walking back up to the
my God.
garage, hunched over. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Just had to make a snow angel," and like shit, you could hear the shiver in his voice, and I'm like, "God," because like it was super high winds too. I think it was like as high as 45 miles an hour, like mile per hour winds too. So it was chilly, but I was laughing so hard.
Like on the last day, Friday, I think it was. It was like negative 18 in the morning.
Yeah,
with the wind chill.
It was insane.
Like,
it was. But yeah,
we still had to go to work.
Yeah,
we were still expected to be there.
Well, when she shoveled it, we have a 2-car garage, right? Two-car driveway, 2-car garage.
This is the ultimate.
Went.
No, you want the ultimate? Not my job. My God.
She went from like the back of her car, like scooted it over maybe half a foot, maybe, give her 6 inches, and shoveled straight back from the back of her car to the side of the garage back. But as she's going back, she followed the wall good here because it hits the grass, and then the line just kind of starts. I'm like, hey, honey, you're getting tunnel vision over here. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, your lines are coming together, So, but yeah, she shoveled half the driveway. She got half of it done. So, oh man. So I got a little bit of it done, and then, but I don't know. I started playing in it more.
The way she shoveled. You have.
Well, no, hang on. That's before the plows came though. And then the plows came.
Yes.
The plows came because I was in with the kids all day. I was just like, hey, like, I can't just leave the kids alone. That's irresponsible, So, I haven't shoveled. The plows came. There's a good 2.5 feet of snow at the end of the driveway. You're not going to be able to get in the driveway. She's like, I'll shovel it. She comes home and then proceeds to pile on what they shoveled. We have a good 5.5 feet, 6 feet of snow on the side now, with only enough space for one car to get through. So when I'm back in my car right now, I literally have to
That's the point I was making.
Come in and be like, Brr.
It is exactly enough to get your SUV through.
I mean, it's it is kind of funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
And it's like a 20 foot. It's like a 18 foot wide
driveway.
But it's only got enough.
We got
6
feet. 6 feet. Yeah. It was funny, but I was having more fun with it though, because like I knew like, okay, shoot, like there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish all this. So I just started actually like boring out in the snow, like a big like kind of home thing, So like I made a little walkway, and then I like started shoveling. I had a good like 2 feet, 3 feet in.
She just looks at, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, this is where our garden center is gonna be.
No,
I'm trying to figure out where to put.
She was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm making a house for me and Ollie to play. And she goes, because this was right after he goes in, and she goes, he's not going to come back out here and play in it. And I'm like, he will. Like, it'll be fine. But he didn't. And then she got mad at me because yesterday before we went to leave, I mean, not really mad, but right before we get to leave, I'm sitting there and I didn't shovel it. So there was still that bored out little hole and like everything like that. It looked super cool. And so I go out there, and she wanted to leave by 2, and it's 1:45, and I come down because she's like, it's like 1:30. She's like, are you going to get ready? Or are you going to, I'm like, it takes me 10 minutes to pack, if that, to be ready. I can be in and out like that, right?
Like, I'm ready to go.
So I literally go up, grab my backpack, boom, I'm done, right? Yeah. And I start to put, like, the boots on and stuff. She's like, where are you going? I was like, I just need to shovel the driveway quick. She's like, I want to leave at 2. I'm like, it's not going to take me more than 15 minutes. Sure enough, it took me 15 minutes to get done. I mean, at least what I did. You could tell, but
I mean,
now when you see it, line that line up all the way up, and that's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took all the rest out in 15 minutes, but yeah. And she was like, that's such a dad thing to do. Like, you see something, you're like, I need to fix this. I need to do this right now before we leave, even though we're supposed to leave in 15 minutes. I was like, well, no, it's just like, I see it and I need to do it. I need to do it now.
We have to.
Because if I don't do it now,
oh my God, it is.
That's all I'm going to think about for.
That's probably the worst thing too, is like you like you said, it like grabs your brain, and like it is kind of a dad thing, but it's like just how we think. Like, I mean, that's why, when you're like cleaning your room, and then like within 2 hours of cleaning your room, you're dressed up like you're in Hogwarts, like finding all this gear. That's what it is. You just like got this weird hat on. You got like an armband that I wore like when I played basketball in 7th grade because cool people did it, and like. She'll just, like, my wife will come home and be like, what are you doing? I was like, I was cleaning.
I was cleaning.
But I'm still not done cleaning the room.
Right. Oh, no.
I only did, like, this much. And she's just like, okay. Like, now she just doesn't even ask any questions anymore. She's just like, all right, well, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
Haven't thought about that yet.
Brienne was like, she goes, so, like, why are you shoveling, though? I'm like, it's it's on my brain. I got to do it now. If I don't do it now, like I'm never gonna do it again. And then she's like, let me guess, you're embarrassed. Your friend's gonna come over to let the dogs out and watch them and stuff a little bit, and you're embarrassed because he's gonna pull in and see how the driveway shoveled. And I was like, yeah, you only shoveled half of it, so I got to go do the other half. You know, which again, I would have shoveled
not the other half.
Well, no, it was on my side. It was all the way up full. So and she's like, well, will you drive? And I'm like, well, that was the thing though. She asked me to drive, and I don't like to drive her car.
It goes like this. How do we do this here? Where's my one arm? All weird. There we go. Anyway, it goes like this, where here's the garage, and then down by the elbows is the one spot for the car. So like as we're pulling up, I'm like, they didn't even shovel. And then like as we did the wide turn, you just line it up perfectly so you see the one car length. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is ridiculous.
I told her I'd have shoveled it.
Yeah.
But
anyway, sorry.
No, that was just funny. It was just it was good, man. No. Oh well, whatever. We got through it. You know, it is what
well,
it
and
is.
if I had to park on the street and walk up to the house, that's not
well, no, I'm not gonna have you do that. You know,
well,
I had to get you close enough. But then of course, then you go and bust your ass because
bush.
Because I don't salt.
Yeah.
Bush.
Yeah, no, you basically just sort of like Mario Makering your like house. Like you have to get up the driveway through the snow and then the sidewalk of ice all the way to the front door, and then you got like if you get to the door, then you check in. You're like, all right, sweet.
That's how you do.
That's so funny.
Yeah, only way.
Gotta clean up all the ice. You have ice or salt? Oh.
No. You know, you bring it in from everywhere else. Oh
but,
man.
No, dude, that's
literally all.
That's really all we've been kind of doing. You know, I know for our stuff here, I think we're gonna do some more TikTok stuff and try to get clips up and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, when I was thinking about that, I was like, no, we should get them out early. But I don't know. Like thinking more about it, I think you have a very valid point. Like you would want to, for an instant like this, like now, if we were going live every day, like for example, like for my video game streaming, if I was streaming every day and stuff, I'd want to throw clips up of just funny clips from that stream that day because I'm going to be live again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But I think the fact that we're doing this once a week and now we're going to start pushing it 2 times a week. This is the week we're going to do 2 times a week. I know we mentioned it last episode, but again, his kids got sick, stuff happens, life happens, you know. We got to do what we got to do, and we got to live with what we got to live with, you know. So I think it makes sense because I was talking to him about, we should just start pushing the clips up. We should start pushing this. And he was like, why not wait on it? Because like a podcast, especially something you're putting up once a week, you know, we're not like an HBO special where people are going to come back every week. We'd want to have some stuff up there, right? So if we were to put up, and this was the point you told me, if we go and we put up clips and stuff and then someone comes and they only have one episode to watch, well, cool, I watched that one episode and now... Are they coming back? I don't know if they're going to come back next week, and next week comes, and I've already forgot about the podcast I watched. Well, that's where, I have 8 episodes, 7, 8, 9 episodes up now, and I can start from episode 1 because that clip was pretty funny, or this was pretty cool, or I agreed with this, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can go and put that up. I think that's the right way to go when you have something that's being released over time as opposed to like daily.
No,
you know?
That's right. I forgot I mentioned that.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that because I was going through, because remember I was like, oh, we should do, but no, I think that makes a lot of sense from like a marketing standpoint, right? To like,
well, and it's just like you said, it's been 7 episodes
so now. Like, so I mean, that gives people
we're kind of cruising. Like I got my family listening, I got some other people listening. Obviously, we have fans out there, everybody who listens, and it's very exciting. It's very cool to like kind of it's getting little more normal now. You know what I mean? Like before
we have 16 subscribers. Yeah, it's
I'm saying like
the fandom is too much, guys.
I'm saying it's easier to do. Like it's
right. It's more of a routine. Like we're
before, I'm like in my head, like what the fuck would we, and you're trying to think of stuff and like, but we're just kind of chill with it. That's what.
Yeah. No.
That's what we wanted
and with
those
first couple too, you never know kind of how it's gonna go.
Well, we know how to timed out the alcohol too a little bit. Sometimes we're a little, or I was a little, a little too much.
On the episode that just released, you can tell that I've had a few because I'm like sitting there like talking my stories like this. I feel like I watched it back and I was like as I was editing it, I was like, oh boy.
First episode. the first episode we did.
You repeated. You ran in circles.
I just ran in circles.
Look,
like I
guys,
did what I fucking hate.
You could like us,
like,
but like if you drop the like,
you know what? Don't even worry about it, man. Like,
but like we want to make you smile,
mean,
so
we love you. Like when we get famous, we'll fuck. No, I didn't say that, but pretty close.
But essentially, you know, you're like, yeah, but like you don't have to like it. But like if you get a little chuckle, like you should like it. But like you don't feel like you have to like it. But like
it though.
But like we want to make you laugh. So, but if you like it, it'll help. And like, dude, that was like you on the first episode.
It's like the first time I drank alcohol.
Yeah, I think the first time I drank alcohol, I was in college, and I went to a party with a buddy of mine in Iowa, and it was on a farm, and it was like it was October. I want to say October, and I was running around in October with no shirt on, being from Vegas, and I mean it's chilly, you know.
Sure.
Being from Vegas, I mean, you know, it's chilly. But anyways, yeah, running around with no shirt on, and I met the kid's mom before like everything, and she thought I was this nice, sweet, like quiet little kid, like, oh man, Ben is great, right? And after that night, I went in. And she was watching something on TV, I don't remember what, and I was talking to her for a minute. I was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom now. I went to the bathroom, and I guess she like picked up her phone and called her son. I was like, what did you do to him? Like he was so nice because I was just sloshed. I was just hammered on a farm, a cornfield in the middle of Iowa. You know, I mean, there's not much to do in Iowa.
No, there's not.
No, there's not. And I didn't meet my buddy Peanut until the following year.
Yeah.
So you know.
Shout out to Peanut.
Yeah, shout out Peanut in Poland, man. Take it easy, brother.
P&P, baby. P&P. No, the first time I did was, I mean, it wasn't like officially until I like was done with high school, and then like over the summer before college. But I did when I was 16 at a wedding for my cousin that was far away, and like my parents are like, you can't drink. So if anybody finds out, you're gonna be out of sports, and we had rules and stuff. So I was like, and all right, whatever. And I never went to any parties, but that wedding, my cousin kept like opening up his shirt. He's like, just take a pull. It was like McGillicuddy's methyl mint schnapps.
Oh my
god!
Like,
a couple of that, and then put it away. A couple of that, put it away, and then like, I'd get a can, and I had a cousin that I drank the Coke, and he'd go and just fill it with beer. So I was drinking out of that, and of course it's like the first time, so you want to try everything. Then I had like a cousin that had a 64-ounce jug of a fuzzy navel. Which is like peach schnapps.
Everyone's drinking kind of girly drinks, huh?
Wow, I mean, well, that's the thing. Like beer, I mean, the first time you try beer, it's gross.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, like,
yep.
I'm thinking like all of this stuff, and I got hammered at 16. But my mom caught me once. My dad just was like, he goes, "You're the smartest drinker I've ever seen." And I go, like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I didn't see you take one drink the entire night, but I knew you were hammered drunk." And I was like, all right, I was pretty proud. The only time I did is my cousin did the jacket thing, and I like, coast is clear. And I went for the drink, and like I'm up like this, and my mom fucking hit me so hard in the shoulder, and she's like, "You're not supposed to be drinking." And I was like, she caught me. And like I'm like, they're all right there, so this probably looked just obnoxious if you're relatively sober. But yeah, and then after that, wedding ended, and then everybody's like, "Let's go, Jake. We're gonna go to the after bar. We're gonna go to the bar." And I'm like, "I'm not going to a bar. I'm 16." But it's a small town up north and related to everybody. And I was like, "I can't. You gotta ask my dad." And so my cousin goes, "All right, I'll go ask the groom." He's like, "I'll go ask." Goes in the place, comes back out in 5 minutes. He goes, "All right, let's go." He said, "You're good." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So I just like ran. I just ran with him because I didn't double check, fact check. Sure enough,
he didn't ask your dad.
Well, no, he did.
Oh,
and then my dad gave him $40, and he's like, "Whatever he wants." And I was like, "Cool." I don't know what to. I started drinking McGillicuddy's again because it would taste good.
Yeah.
Then my uncle brought root beer barrels, which don't ever.
Just don't.
And like we're there.
Is that like not your father's root beer kind of thing, or?
No, it's like whatever the cheapest root beer schnapps that you can find.
Like the
and
cheapest.
It's like that, and like I think it's that and beer. I can't remember, but it's terrible. And then then my dad showed up, and then it was just like flashes of the night. I remember pissing at some point. I remember just staring at myself in the mirror. I remember just like all this stuff. And then my dad got hammered, and then we ended up having to walk up to my grandma's house, which was, it's like 4 blocks, but I mean the hill.
I mean, it's a 90-degree angle hill.
So we were holding each other up all the way. But that was my first time drinking. It was pretty fun, pretty successful.
Yeah, I think
threw up the entire next day.
So I didn't do any beer the first night I was drinking. We were doing. They had some energy drink. I don't remember what energy drink it was. It was a blue energy drink. Was there something blue? It was an energy drink though, and we were doing that and vodka.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So and I don't know what it was. I couldn't tell you to this day. I think it was just like
I was a bartender.
No, it was like a. You might know it. It was probably no. It was. I mean, because you got liquid ice. How long has that been around? I mean, you got to think this was 2008.
2000 late.
Literally like that. We're talking. We got to do the math here. 15 years ago. Oh my God, that was the first time that I
graduated 06.
And that was I graduated high school. That was my freshman year in college. That I got. Yeah. That was my first time drinking. And
was it Red Bull?
It was not Red Bull. It was a blue. It was a blue energy drink.
The
blue.
The
energy drink was blue. So yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a blue can. But yeah, and then so we were doing that in vodka. I don't remember what kind of vodka, but yeah, like you're talking cheap vodka.
Probably garbage vodka.
I mean, we're probably like Hawkeye vodka, which is that's like if you ever had the inclination to drink rubbing alcohol, like it's probably about the same. Or 5 o'clock vodka is the same. Bottom of the shelf. It's like. It's. I mean, you could get the whole handle for $9. I think
the stuff we had was Aristocrat vodka.
I've had that before.
Kharkov or what is it? It's Vodka of the Gods or something. Those three are $9.99 a handle.
No, yeah, it was
terrible.
No, yeah, it was $9 something a handle. Yeah, and you get the whole handle, and that would last you a couple nights. You know, I mean. If you invite buddies over, but I mean, like $10 in college when I was growing up was like, that's like hundreds of dollars, like,
dude, that's and like it lasts. I mean, for the most part, it lasts you.
You'd have it, you'd have it for a couple nights, you know. But yeah, that was my first experience. It was just a farm party, man. And then I just remember my buddy was so funny story. I didn't get my license until I was, I think, after my freshman year in college, right? So I had, like, my permit and stuff, but I never went and tested for my license because I was like, well, I'm going out of state. I don't need my license. I'm not driving anything. I don't have a car, right? But so after that first night of me drinking.
No, but, like, you went 2 years.
Yeah.
Before.
I didn't have a license.
Well, if you were like, I'm going
I had a
state,
permit.
But you're like, yeah.
I had a permit, but I didn't have, like, a license. I couldn't, like... drive a car by myself kind of thing. Right? I had a driver's permit.
From 16 to 18? You just...
Yeah. I didn't want to drive in Vegas, dude. The traffic there, like trying to learn to drive. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I dropped something. I was playing I can't. I got a fiddle. And
I was just thinking about that. I gotta like buy these toys.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I'm sitting here. I'm staring at that wand that I played with last time, and I'm like, I just want to play with that wand.
I'm sitting here just turning nail clippers in and out and just clipping them. Not clipping my nails, but just pushing them. But no, so the buddy I went with, right? I got hammered. I fell asleep, and I feel like I never got a hangover back in the day. I feel like now I wake up and I'm just like, oh my God, I had one beer. Dude, it's the worst day ever.
I'm still hungover from last night.
But that's what I'm saying. Like now,
work through it right
now I'm just like, you have one beer, you wake up, you're like, whoa, why did I? Oh, I didn't even drink that much, you know?
It's terrible.
And and like I'm pretty sure I had a lot to drink, but all I know is I woke up and I was in my buddy's place. We made it back to his place, and he's like, cool. And he's like, hey, you can drink tonight? And I was just like, no, I'm not. I just made a conscious decision. I wasn't going to drink. And he's like, okay, cool, because I'm drinking. And I was like, cool. So he gets hammered. So there's no one to drive his car. I got to drive his car back to his place. I'm just on a permit, right? I didn't tell nobody. I drove
was he over 18?
Him? Yeah. I mean, we're all over 18.
According to your permit.
We're all over 18.
No, you need another passenger in your car that has an active license that's over 18.
Can they be hammered? Does that count on your permit?
It doesn't say it on there.
I don't know, but all I know is that for my first year in college, I DD'd a lot on a permit. Never once got pulled over, nothing. But I mean, like, I was smart with it. I didn't drink and drive or nothing. So, I just thought that was kind of funny. I never had a license until my sophomore year in college. I went home my freshman year and was like, Dad, I need my license. And he was like, you want to take your license test? And I was like, yep. So we went and I literally passed right away. I think I went with my mom. My mom was like, cool. And my mom took me early in the morning and I drove the minivan. And the instructor just made me nervous, dude. Like, I was driving, and everything was fine, and then she's like, all right, you're going to make a left here. And I was like, cool. And, like, so, like, you know how, like, they have the middle lane that's the turn lane, and it can go both ways, right? So, like, if you're coming this way and you need to turn, you can get in the middle lane, turn, and vice versa. While I'm going, there's a car coming that needs to turn, so I let that person go, and I go a little further because my turn. She's like, you want to turn here? You got to turn here. And, like, freaked out in the middle, like, you got to get in the turn lane to turn. I was like, oh, my God. And it was an old lady, too, and I was like, oh. And so I did that, whatever. I turned in perfect. I did everything perfect, and she's like, yeah, the only thing, you just got to be a little bit quicker with your reactions. I'm like, I reacted as soon as you yelled at me. I don't know what you want. Like,
no.
She was so mad I didn't get in the turn lane like a mile down the road. I'm like, lady, like, you want me to turn up here? Mm-hmm. There was no interstate driving either. Like, no highway driving, nothing like that with mine. She literally was like, and I don't know, maybe it's just because Vegas DMVs are so busy.
No, you're supposed to. Didn't you take, like, driver's ed?
No.
What is wrong?
Dude.
I'm going to talk to your mom. Because that's ridiculous.
I didn't take driver's ed.
Either way, like, because you get your permit. And then, like,
but you have to log hours.
I know, but you do it while you're still in school.
No, but I didn't do that because I didn't. I don't think I didn't get into it.
There's more there. I know you didn't. I want to know why you didn't.
I don't know. I never took the class. I don't know. Like, there was a class offered in high school.
Did you just think you were never going to drive? You're like,
no.
Look at these fucking guys driving.
Like, these fucking nerds.
I'm going to fly everywhere.
No, dude, so and I just sat outside I gotta flap harder. I'm gonna get there. No, but
your mom's just like, thank God he's not driving.
No, but no, I did eventually get it. I logged all my hours and stuff like that when I was like 16. But then, what had happened was my permit expired, so I had to go retake the test. I'm pretty sure, so I had to retake the written because my permit expired.
Yeah, like
so I did
3
that.
Years prior.
I did that. I passed it easily, and then I remember the first time I passed my permit test. Right, the first time, my dad was like, "That's my boy!" He was so excited, right? And he was like, "Here's the keys. You're driving home, right?" And I was like,
"Yeah,
okay." The problem was it was right after football practice, right? And now I'm driving in Vegas rush hour traffic, trying to get home, bumper to bumper, and like the roads in Vegas, you got some that are like 3-4 lanes each way. Right, and that's just normal streets, right? 3-4 lanes, each way. So I'm going, and like, oh my God, my dad made me so nervous, like, to drive my dad. He was like, "You gotta hit your brakes. You gotta hit your brakes." Boom! Like, slams his hand on my chest. "You gotta hit your brakes. We're gonna hit the guy in front of us." And I literally let go of the wheel because he was grabbing it. He was like, "Don't you ever let go of the wheel." I'm like, "Don't yell at me. I don't want to drive." Like, dude, my dad just made me nervous driving, man. He was like. He was so proud, but he wanted he was just like a kind of control freak. Like, he had to have everything. Like, I mean, you worked with him, right? We did the basement. You know how he is. Like, he's very much like.
I thought I was being adopted that night.
No, but like he's like, yeah, I'll take your input, but we're gonna do it this way.
Well, yeah. I thought I took your spot that night.
So
he's just like trying to joke around with you, and then he's like. Because at the time, because you're like, yeah, Jake's done some construction stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever you need. And of course, I'm taller than both of you, so I'm holding drywall and I'm doing all this. And then he'd just be like, get stuck, and I'm just like fucking around with you. And he's like, so what do you think we got to do here? And I was like, oh, you just cut it. That's fine. And like, yeah, that's a good idea. I got it though. We'll figure it out. I'll get it done.
Yeah, figure it out. Okay, and like, yeah. No, he'll take.
I'm like, this isn't my basement. I'm like, I'm just here to help because I'm a friend. But then, like, towards the end, when we're like just like I was giving him shit, and like when we're just like, cracking jokes and being
funny,
being very funny.
If you've ever worked on a construction site,
very happy and. Funny.
It's silly.
It's super silly.
If you've ever worked on a construction site, you know how the banter goes, right? But anyways, yes.
Anyway, yeah, that's really funny.
No, dude. But that's the way he is. Like, it has to be like his way. Like, he has to be able to control it. And, like, he might listen to your idea and entertain it. And then, like, use your idea, but make it like it was his idea. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, I can see kind of what you're saying there. Okay, cool. All right, Benny, this is what we're going to do here. And
yeah, then he'd be like, we're going to go over here. Like, he'll try to distract. He'd be like... Yeah, we'll. Why don't we wait on this, and then we're gonna tackle this over here. And so we go over here, and we're dumb enough. We're like, he'll come back later with the same idea.
Be like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing.
And we're just like, yeah, cool. That's a really good idea. And he's like pulling it over on us, and then later we're like, wait, that was my idea.
Yeah, wait.
And he's like,
I thought of that.
Son of a bitch.
No, that was so much fun, man.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Absolutely.
No, it was he flew out and he kept using the analogy. So we finished, I would say, a good chunk of my basement. Obviously everything you see here is finished, right? There's a bathroom over there. There's an electrical closet we gotta, close up some loose ends on because you gotta drywall and then fire tape so it doesn't get into the soffit and things like that. And then the bathroom, the closet, I don't care about that closet upstairs. And then over here this room is done as well. I just gotta replace the sump pump that went out. The house is only 4 years old. The sump pump went out at 2.5 years old. I was like, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
So replace the sump pump, and then I also I bought a water softener for my wife for Christmas 2 years ago.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's
You asked
still
me
in
that like 2 weeks
I gotta,
ago
yeah. I
to
was
do
like, yeah,
that.
and he's like,
I
yeah,
forgot.
let's do it. And then he wakes up, dude, I drank too much last night.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, no, that
was my dad's birthday.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Ooh. But no, yeah, we finished the whole basement, and he would use the analogy. He was like, yeah, dude, you're trying to shove 10 pounds of shit into a 5-pound bag, right? Like, we're trying to do what we can. We got a week. He's like, normally I charge people like 3 weeks to finish this. You're trying to have me rough in electrical, da-da-da-da, this. You got to rough this, and you got to do this, da-da-da-da, right? We weren't even touching the bathroom, right? And like that, I was like, Dad, I know,
And like you, like I mean, I know you knew some of it, but like a lot of this stuff because he's done it forever, but you're not in the business. Like,
no,
you're just like sitting there, like,
Like, Dad, it shouldn't take that long, right? We could just drywall this thing in like a day. And he's just like, do you know what goes in it? I was like,
you're a special kind of stupid.
Yeah,
literally. Like, that's so funny. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's the way he was. He liked to have everything his way. So, like I said, when he gave me control of the wheel, and he was like, "You take it," but at the same time, no, you gotta stop, and grabs it.
Him, like, not do it again.
And as he grabs it, I let go. He goes, "You never let go of that." And I'm like, "I don't ever want to drive with you again. Can you just?"
So that's why you didn't get your license for 2 years.
Yes.
There it is.
There it is. I knew it. Check it off the
years.
list.
Sorry,
we got the answer. Yeah, no, I got it. It was after football practice.
Dude, I was driving cars. I've been driving something, like, 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, stuff like that since I was like 12 years old, I think. And then at 14, my dad actually let me drive back from my grandma's house. It's like a 4-hour thing. He let me drive back the last 2 hours. Like, and I'm like, all right, it's in a little Lumina, Chevy Lumina. And so I'm like driving, like, fuck, awesome. Yeah, I'm driving. And I'm just, and driving's boring, for me, but I'm excited because it's like, I don't even have my license. I don't have a permit.
Rebel.
Oh my God. But there is one point where you need to take a left. I'm crossing a highway, and you have to get to the middle section, and then you got to go over. So it's a 4-laner. Mm-hmm. So like, but like, I mean, they're going like 70 on that. So I'm like, all right, and I'm like really trying to get up. And so like I make it across, right? We float across. By the way, everybody in the car fell asleep, including my dad. So I am driving my brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad, and everybody's sleeping, and I'm like, it's really cool. Because like everything after this, it's all the way home to my house. So I'm like, all right. I'm just like, I floated across the highway, and then like the one car passed, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And I just turned and like just hit the gas. But like there's a delay with this Lumina, so like it just was like, what? And everybody goes, what the fuck? Everybody woke up. My dad's like instinctively like woke up, grabbed the wheel, and I was like, it's fine, we're good. He's like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, I had to accelerate. And he's just like,
I had to accelerate.
And he's like, just. I'm fucking up now.
I was gonna say,
and he's just like, he didn't go back to sleep, so I had to sit with him for
ride.
the next hour and a half, like, just in silence.
Dude, I remember.
And I'm like, all right, sorry.
So I never got to drive. When we were little kids, my dad used to so we lived in a gated community. So he'd get us into the gate, and he'd like come in, and then he'd pull over to the side and be like, all right, hey, you want to drive home? And we'd be like, yeah. Wait, what? What? Go ahead. I don't hear it.
You gotta block this out.
Okay, save it for after the show.
Yeah.
Anyways, I lived in a gated community. I don't know.
No.
It has nothing to do with that. All right. Anyway, so then I'm sitting there, and he'd pull off to the side, and he'd be like, okay, and he'd be like, come on, you want to drive? So he'd sit us in our lap, and we never got to like drive. Obviously, we were little, but he'd let us steer the vehicle, and so that was always fun too. Just nervous for what you're gonna say. But no, that was a lot of fun, dude. He used to let us do that, and it was kind of, cool. I'm just waiting. I do remember going on like road trips and stuff like that with my dad, and I would be like the passenger. And this was back in the day before they had like CD players in cars. Hang on, let's see.
The gated community.
No, not at all.
That's so bad.
That one. I mean,
It's so bad.
I feel like now you gotta say it.
No.
No. Beep.
Remember, we're only 7 episodes in, so like,
Yeah, right.
we want this to go. I don't know why my brain went there. Been watching a lot of comedians, but
That's funny.
dude, like
That's
improv shit. Like the
Sorry.
second you said that, I went, "Ooh, that's soon."
Anybody who subs to the channel and then subs to my Twitch channel will let you know what the joke was about. But anyways, no.
It's in pure love. It's not,
I remember going
incredibly
on road
offensive.
trips with my dad, and that's before
Anyway.
they had like CD players in cars, so you had to listen to like the tapes. You put a
Like-
tape in,
like an actual like cassette tape.
like cassette tapes, right?
hell
And
yeah.
that was, but
I
then
like that you think that that's like old.
that's old.
No, like 8 tracks is old. Do you know what an 8 track is?
I know what an 8-track is, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like,
Like I used to record the top 100 every weekend onto a cassette tape, and then I
Yeah.
would re-listen to that in my car when I got my license at 16.
So-
and I drove to
so
school
that's what I'm
every
saying.
day.
Cassette tapes are old, right? That's like
Dude,
floppy
I
disks. Like
loved
nobody uses
oh.
or even CDs anymore.
loved
I don't have
recording on
CD thing. But anyway, so
Oh, sorry.
so I remember we used to have a CD player that you hooked into the lighter, right? And then it had that would give it the power. So you'd plug it into where the lighter thing, the thing to light the cigarettes.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So you
I'm
got that,
nodding.
and then you have it would
So-
go into the cassette itself, like the
Yep,
the thing,
with a
and then it would
cord.
plug into the
With a
it would plug
cord.
into the
Yeah.
CD player,
Absolutely.
and then you put the CD in. And I remember going on road trips with my dad, and he'd be like, "All right, grab the Bon Jovi, get the Meatloaf, all right, get the sticks. All right, I need you to go ahead.
Meatloaf.
You need to go ahead and grab this one. All right, we need this one. All right." And my dad had my dad was huge. I don't know if he was huge on it, but we had we had shelves of CDs, like bookshelves. Like you see this bookshelf over here.
Yeah.
The bottom 2 shelves, and the bookshelf I'm talking about was about double the size of this one. Bottom 2 rows were CDs,
Oh yeah.
and alphabetical order too, by the way. And then the top of it was all VHS videos and stuff like that. But like, yeah. So my dad would be like, "Go ahead, pick out a couple you want, but make sure we gotta have sticks. We gotta have, Boston. You gotta bring
Gladiator,
Boston with. You gotta."
Gladiator.
Let's see,
Meatloaf.
Queen, grab the Queen CDs,
Hell
and like, so
yeah.
he had like the list of CDs we had to grab on this, 6-hour car ride to my grandpa's in California. And so I was in charge of the music, so I'd have to sit there and he'd be like, I don't really like this song, skip it. So I didn't have to. And you have to hold the CD player because you bumped. And
Oh, God.
you know?
Oh my God.
And even if you turn the anti-skip on, it didn't work, dude. That shit didn't
Well,
work. It was
it
fraud,
eventually-
scam.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's where I pretty much, because I was always kind of the technological person.
Mhm.
I was the AV kid. That's what one of my friends, shout out to Luke, who probably I'll never watch. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in 20 years, but
Maybe you'll find
he
us
would
one day.
always. I'd always figure out a way to hook up. I was really into like hooking up like the old RCA cables and
Mhm.
stuff, and I would do entertainment systems. I'd like find shit at like rummage sales and stuff that like people don't know what they are.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'd get like a receiver and I'd get like speakers and I'd like use wire from like a lamp to for speaker wire because it was actually really nice. So like I would do all this stuff and I always had a sweet sound system and everything, but it was just like hodgepodge parts. It was always garbage kind of stuff. But I would do that at like school and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, it's Jake, the AV kid," and I think that's a Recess reference. I can't remember.
There was an AV kid. I don't know if his name was Jake.
Was
but
it? No. I'm just saying there was a like the
There was,
position,
yeah,
you know,
like an
the
AV kid.
the
Yeah,
AV kid.
yeah.
But anyway, so my parents like every time they got some, but my car, that Lumina, that ended up being mine to drive. But yeah, I had the same cassette tape, and then I had it was kind of around when MP3s came out. It was like Zune and like some of that
Oh,
stuff.
dude, I remember Zoom.
So like because it was like only $80 instead of like an iPod.
an
or
iPod that
whatever,
was
so-
200, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
or you get the off-brand MP3 players that were like
Yeah.
30.
Well,
I had a 1 gigabyte
like
one,
a
dude.
Sony one. I remember I had
I-
some stupid
I had
Sony
this
one.
little white one that was like
Yeah.
1 gigabyte. I could fit like 50 songs on there or something like that.
Like at the time, a gigabyte would get you a stupid amount.
Well, maybe it was less.
It
than
was
a
probably
gig.
like
I don't-
512
512 or something like that.
see, that's the thing. I don't think they were even remotely that high.
No,
I
all
think
I
it
know,
was like
all I know is
100
like
megabytes is what you'd get. One
no.
for.
So I had one. No, I swear I could get something like 60 songs on it because I remember I had to go through and be like,
no,
what
that's
songs?
fine.
But I'm telling you, I think it was like a 512 or it was like a 1 gig thing like that. Like,
There's no way, because like a
I'm
song is
telling you,
like
there's
the song is so little amount.
I mean, it's less amount, but I mean, like, I don't know. All right, we're gonna
We'll
figure it
review
out.
that
I gotta
after
find this.
video
Yes, I need to find this.
But either way, no, that's what we do though. I thought it was so fucking cool because I could like download music onto a computer, and then I could put it to my stuff, and then I could play it in my car. And I was like, dude, I'm the coolest person.
So I actually remember because when I upgraded to that iPod, remember that
that's right. I was just thinking about that.
I have an iPod over there that I've had for since
How many songs are on it?
Right now I've got 1,200 songs, and it's 120. It's an old school iPod video with 120 gigs, and it has one Dragon Ball Z movie on it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying though.
That was the iPod video.
I understand.
No, but there's so much more memory. I can fit way more.
But that's what I'm saying. You got 120 gigabytes on that thing.
I'm telling you, I can only fit 60 songs. So maybe we'll just afterwards. We're gonna grab 60.
Don't focus too much. Don't focus too much.
No. Afterwards, we're gonna hook that up to the computer to iTunes. We're gonna grab 60 random songs and see what it was because it was like 60 songs.
I told you about that side note. I told you about that. Where like I do brain bookmarks.
Yeah.
This is how I remember things. Like if it's something like I can't figure out right now, I like say to myself, "All right, I'm gonna just put a brain bookmark in that." And for whatever reason, I can remember that as just a thing. And then later on, I'll like check the brain bookmarks of like things I had. And I'll remember like at least 3 or 4 of them, however much. And then I'll be like, all right, oh, that's right. We're going to look up how many songs make this, and I'll like remember that shit anyway. But little trick.
No, so I remember it had like 60 songs on it, and I'd have to go through and be like, I really like this song. It's like, oh, but which one of these 60 don't I like? And then you hear them, you're like, but I really like this one, or I haven't heard this one in a while, and you'd have to pick which songs are going to be on your, playlist and stuff. But those are good times, man. God,
I miss that.
Jeez. Anyways, though, should probably wrap her up here, huh? You think? Close to time.
That's what my dad always told me.
Yeah, don't be silly, wrap your willy. Hey, no glove, no love. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
All right, that's for the kids out there.
Yeah.
You'll know what it means one day.
Oh, I did have something I wanted to share, though. I remembered.
Share.
See, I brain bookmarked it, and I remembered. Because you were talking about new stuff. I won't even charge you. You can just be a client of mine. But I was seriously talking about my wife. I went to school. I have a degree in kinesiology, movement studies, from UW Eau Claire. Go Blue Golds. And I want to go back and get certified as a personal trainer and nutrition specialist.
Let's do it, dude. I'll be your first client. Like before or after, we can do that. I'm 100%. We can document the thing. Upload that. That could be part of our. Everything. We could put it here. We could actually set our own separate thing to document.
That was part of the stuff
process,
too. Is like I wanted to like if we ever did like live stuff, I wanted to just like randomly like because obviously it'll help me. And I mean, long term, I told my wife like long term, I'd like to maybe do some part-time stuff on the side. Like if I could be a trainer or something. Or, go on the internet and just, like there's TikTok people and there's all this stuff that like just chime in for an exercise video. You can work out with Chief and Mitty for just random,
Facts,
and it just helps me.
Yeah, you can, if you wrote a nutrition plan and you wrote a workout for a week and stuff like that.
Dude, that's something we could do.
I would 100% do that.
Yeah.
I would follow it and then we could weigh the results weekly and check it out at the end of the month and like review it on the, here. 100%, I'd be game.
And for any of the viewers out there too.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll share the nutrition plan. Yeah, we can share it on the stream. Like, I think nutrition plans are kind of like personalized. I think kind of thing, but like workout wise,
information wise, like I'd like to share the information because like a lot of
like
times,
for my size, my we do X, Y, Z.
There's so many places now, and like I get it, and I don't know. That's the hard thing. I feel like to try to get everybody healthy. There are a lot of things that come up all the time, and nothing to downgrade anybody out there trying to make it as a personal trainer in social media and stuff. But like, you have to go through so many like videos, and you gotta like wait till the things, or you gotta pay for all this stuff. I mean, let's just talk about what's good. I mean, there's a handful. Mind Pump shout out to Mind Pump. I was listening to them for the last 5 years, and like those guys, they talk about all the time. They go back and forth with, and they're all bodybuilders. They all like have been in the industry and stuff. But like, I'm just talking about overall health. Like, what should you drink? What should you eat? What should you do? Obviously, these aren't good, but like,
but I mean, they aren't
tone it
the
down,
worst,
or like
right?
adjust your workouts and stuff, and just have the conversation. And then like, I think it'd be cool if we if we tried a couple diet fads.
Yeah, dude.
like. I hate to say fads, but like, yeah, just something.
Just
like
like what's popular or something like
Yeah.
that. But like I said, like if you went and got certified and everything, and you wanted like I said, like you could have video proof right here as your first client. I would do whatever workout, whatever nutrition plan you set, and I'd be honest too if I went over.
Speedo pics.
only Speedo pics. Been working out.
Take
for
a couple extra. Yeah.
This is for my personal book, not the.
For my portfolio.
All right.
You already have those for the portfolio.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up here.
Sorry.
Hey, shout out Joe Rogan. If you ever want us on your podcast, man,
Hey, man, 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
I'm telling you,
you
2
guys
Bears,
were
1
just
Cave.
at Daytona. I watched it.
If you guys,
hilarious. Those 2 guys, awesome.
I could be funny too. Like,
I know,
just give me a chance, guys.
It's just what we aspire.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, shout out to you guys. If you got, like I said, if you ever want us on your podcast, maybe one day it'll get out there that we shout you out. I don't know. Maybe after.
And like we talked about before too, like comment on videos, like give us stuff to talk about. Like,
Absolutely,
we are totally fine with
we've
rolling
had
with
what
everything.
2 videos? I think 2 videos now where we've addressed viewer comments. So,
Absolutely.
So guys, give us your comments, and it's crazy how one little question, one or 2 questions in a statement could really get us talking for an hour.
Smokes, yeah.
Like that's happened twice now. So, but yeah. Let us know. Give us a like or a dislike. Even dislike it and let us know why you disliked it. What can we change?
Yeah.
What can we, any interaction on YouTube or anything is great. As well as Spotify, the listens.
If it's too aggressive, we're just gonna.
I'll just delete the comment because we're
ignore it.
all about positivity. No, seriously though. Like, if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, that's
you're not
cool
gonna
too.
Hurt our feelings.
That's cool
fine.
too, guys. I'm just being like Jake in episode 1. Like, but like if you liked it though, no, I'm just kidding. No. If you like it, that's cool. Give us a thumbs up. Like I said, comment below. Let us know what you like. If you dislike it too, let us know what we can change.
Yeah.
Or let us know I don't like it because.
But like construct. Well, see,
this,
like as my dad would say, constructively.
Right.
As long as you say constructively, you can be as negative as you want to. And
I mean, you think about
just
that.
any comment you have,
though.
if it's negative, just please put constructively in front of it, and we'll never get upset about it.
And well, that's the other thing too. It's hard to offend me. I don't get offended.
Same,
You could do a lot to me, and I'm not too offended. But
Challenge accepted.
wink, ding. No, all right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Again, we're live on Twitch. You can check out our Twitch channels. I'm live a lot more than Chief is, but he's usually in the Discord chat with me when I'm live, so you'll hear both of our beautiful voices. Again, Twitch. We're on Spotify. Check us out. Apple Podcast coming soon. Other than that, yeah, man. I don't know.
That's it, man.
All right.
So anyway, you can shut that off. But
we'll see.
Hey, about that joke I was gonna say. Dude.
See you next time on Dragon Ball.